Exam alert. The Asvab might ask you to identify the various parts of a cell or, given the name of a particular part, identify its function. You do not need to spend too much time memorizing the entire table, but you should be somewhat familiar with the terms presented in Table 1.5. Information at fertilization. When the 23 chromosomes from the Table 1.5 The parts of a cell organelle. Functions performed. Nucleus. Control cell functions, contains all genetic instructions in chromosomes. Endoplasmic reticulum. Manufactures proteins and lipids. Golgi bodies. Transports proteins. Lysosomes. Recycles materials. Ribosomes. Synthesizes proteins. Mitochondria. Extracts energy from carbohydrates. Vacuoles. Stores waste and other materials. This is where the food is digested and then absorbed into the protoplasm. Chloroplasts, plant cells only, performs photosynthesis, converting solar energy to chemical energy for making the cell's food. Cell walls, plant cells only, supports and protects the cell. Photosynthesis, as you can see in Figure 1.5 and Figure 1.6, plant and animal cells have several key differences. Before moving on, let's take a look at a process that is unique to the plant kingdom, called photosynthesis. Photosynthesis is the process by which plants create their own food. Plants contain chloroplasts within their cells. Chloroplasts in land plants appear green because of chlorophyll, a green, light-absorbing pigment. Absorbed light, solar energy, is then used to convert carbon dioxide, CO2, and water, H20, into carbohydrates and glucose, which the plant uses for food. A beneficial byproduct of this reaction is the release of oxygen, O2, and water, H20, to the atmosphere. When leaves turn in the fall, what you see is an absence of chlorophyll. Cell division and genetics. Cells reproduce through a process called cell division. They can replicate themselves because of the genetic information contained within the nucleus of the parent cell. Each nucleus contains chromosomes, which, in turn, contain deoxyribonucleic acid, DNA, molecules. The DNA strand provides a set of instructions that governs the entire cell's function, growth, development, susceptibility to disease, and more. Most human cells contain 46 chromosomes. Sex cells, sperm and ova, however, have only 23 chromosomes each. This allows for even sharing of the male and female partner's genetic. Exam alert. Information at fertilization. When the 23 chromosomes from the male cell join with the 23 chromosomes from the female cell, the resulting cell has 46 chromosomes, with 2 chromosomes allocated for each trait. Within the human body, cells can replicate in one of two ways. Mitosis, a process in which a cell makes 2 exact copies of itself by first duplicating its chromosomes, and then splitting in 2, cell division. Each new cell receives a set of chromosomes that perfectly matches that of the parent cell. Mitosis occurs in most of the human body's cells. Meiosis, a specialized 2-step process leading to the production of sex cells. One parent cell produces 4 daughter, or son, cells, each with half the number of chromosomes of the parent cell. Human anatomy and physiology. Anatomy deals with the study of the structure of an organism or body. Physiology focuses on the functions and processes of a body's vital systems. These two related subjects are of great importance to the military, and thus receive significant attention on the Asvab, because of the great need for medical knowledge in every branch of the service. You will certainly see several questions coming from the material presented here. Bodily systems. The body is a complex set of interrelated systems, all working to allow the human organism to fulfill its life functions. Here is a look at those systems. Musculoskeletal system. The skeleton is made up of bones, which provide strength, protect the internal organs, and produce blood cells. Muscles attach to the skeleton, allowing the body to move and perform vital functions. Nervous system, nerve cells, called neurons, are located all over the human body. They receive stimuli from the surrounding environment and transmit those stimuli to the brain in the form of electrical impulses. The brain processes this input and controls the body's response. The central nervous system deals with input from the neurons in the spinal cord and brain, whereas the peripheral nervous system involves neurons from all other areas of the body, skin, internal organs, and so on. Endocrine system. The endocrine system controls the body through a release of hormones, which are produced in the endocrine glands and released into the bloodstream. Specific hormones target specific organs or processes and affect only them. Examples of these hormones include the thyroid hormone, affecting the thyroid's ability to regulate metabolism, and insulin, which affects the pancreas by regulating the concentration of blood sugar in the bloodstream. Respiratory system. The respiratory system includes the mouth, nose, throat, sinuses, and lungs. It enables the body to inhale air, filter out the impurities from the air we breathe, extract the oxygen needed for all the other systems in our bodies, and exhale the unnecessary, waste, gases, primarily carbon dioxide. The lungs transfer oxygen to the bloodstream, where it is transported throughout the body via the circulatory system. Circulatory system. Like an interstate highway system, the circulatory system's job is to transport oxygen and nutrients throughout the body and remove waste. The heart pumps the blood out into a network of arteries, arterioles, and capillaries, which direct blood to all parts of the body. Blood makes its return trip to the heart by way of the capillaries, venules, and veins. Lymphatic system. The lymphatic system supports the circulatory system by returning fluids to the blood and helping to fight infections. Digestive system, comprised of the salivary glands in the mouth, esophagus, stomach, small intestine, large intestine, rectum, and anus. The digestive system ingests and breaks down food. The usable nutrient particles are absorbed into the body, and the unusable particles are removed and evacuated from the body. Excretory system. The body's waste disposal system is controlled by the kidneys, which filter waste products from the blood. This waste travels from the kidneys to the bladder via the ureter. The waste, called urine, is stored in the bladder until it is removed from the body via the urethra. Reproductive system. Human reproduction requires the union of the male and female reproductive systems. The male organs produce and transport sperm, which seek to fertilize the female ovum. If fertilization takes place, a zygote is formed. The zygote attaches itself to the wall of the female's uterus to develop into a fetus. If no fertilization occurs, the blood-rich lining of the uterus is removed from the body through the process of menstruation.